time for the Luke Howard Show Live. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, even that lovely cheering look. Wow. Thank you for that lovely cheering. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Let me get it again. Wow, look at that. Wow, thank you very much. Wow. Morning all, another day, another show. Lovely to have your company. Easter specials this weekend. And once again, we have to apologise because we had another technical issue. This time, it was a power cut. It will all be fine next week. We'll all be fine. It's just today, we had a bit of a power cut this morning, so we've had a lot of things. It's been like, you should see what's been going on behind the scenes here. Oh, it's been atrocious. You would love it. It's been really funny here. We've had a lot of dramas and a lot of we've had a lot of power cuts, but it's all fine now, and we're all here. So let's crack on with the show today. And before we start, as well, I just want to do a big mention to the they're great people. These are, they're wonderful people, and it's my cousin Asa. Oh, I should have said that because I should have said they're very. What I should have said was, you need to guess who this person is. Well, no one would know, would they? But this is the wonderful Asa Ray. He always listens to the show, and I've just given the answer away actually because I was going to say that he's quite close to me. He's very close to me. I've just given the answer away. Could you guess who he is? He's actually my cousin. It's quite funny actually, because I was actually gonna see if you can guess how close he was. Because when I said about him being close, he's quite close to me. You all might have known he's my cousin. But yeah, he is my cousin. That's how close he is to me. So a big shout out to the wonderful Asa Ray. So. Morning. Hello, Asa. You alright, big listener? Okay, right, let's crack on with the show now because we've got lots to get through. A lot to get through today. So we'll be here till 11 o'clock today. We'll be here till 11. That's the time we're going to be here till today. Like yesterday, we did 10 past 10 to 11. But today we're doing quarter past 10 to 11. And then on Monday, it'll be 10 till 10:45 right the way through till Saturday. And then the week after that, we're doing 10 to 11:30. So I just thought that I would let everybody know out there about what we're going to do. So that is the little schedule. So we'll be doing, like I just said, 10 till 10:45 every day next week, apart from Sundays. I don't do Sundays because I like to have rest. Right, okay, so we are going to start off with talking about the coronavirus again. We have to talk about this. We have to. We just have to. We have to. That's all that's in the news at the moment. And we're also going to be looking at the charity side of it, and we're also going to be looking at the transport side of it as well. Because the transport side of it is in my local area. So we'll talk about that as well. Right, okay, so a coronavirus survivor has led bare in harrowing detail exactly what Boris Johnson will be battling while in intensive care. Now, Davy Hunt, he spent 10 days in the same hospital at St Thomas's in London, where the Prime Minister is currently being treated for COVID-19. Now, the disease at first struck with that felt like a cold, but within a matter of days had been Davy. His name's Davy, and he felt like he was being hit by a train. He added, I had a temperature of 41 degrees, sweet fever, cough, insane headache, aches all over, and eventually I couldn't breathe, so I called 999 and was immediately placed in an induced coma for 2 days, which allowed my whole body to fight the disease. I honestly thought I was going to die. I gave my brother my will, and off I went to sleep. But once I awoke, it was explained, and I was in a very serious condition. But I responded well to treatment, and I want another 2 days in ICU, which otherwise known as isolation, on a ventilator. Now, Hunt said that I witnessed lots of these things that I don't even want to do, and I don't even want to see again. The sight of people dying in front of you is one of the worst things I've ever seen, and I'm aware of the NHS and the dedication of all of them. He was discharged on Saturday, 48 hours before Mr Johnson was admitted with a soaring temperature and persistent cough. And experts? What do they know, experts? In my word, experts know absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Well, they have said that the Prime Minister would likely remain in hospital for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Could be 2 weeks, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. We just don't know, do we? We just don't know how long he's going to be in hospital for. Nobody knows. But they're saying 2 weeks, but it won't be. It won't be. Okay, so we're now looking at the charity side of this. Okay, the charity side. So, Yappy 15th anniversary for Charles and Camilla. So, Prince Charles and Camilla celebrate their 15th wedding anniversary. When was this? Thursday. They celebrated it Thursday by releasing a portrait taken at their Scottish hideaway with two cute but frisky-looking friends. They were pictured the other day at Birkhall and Charles's home on the Balmoral estate, holding Camilla's beloved Jack Russell Terriers Bluebell and Beth, not Bath. Where did I get that from? Beth. It is the first time the couple have been pictured together since Charles became ill with COVID-19 on March the 25th. Charles, 71, and Camilla, 72, were reunited on Monday this week when the Duchess when she emerged from 14 days of isolation. She tested negative, but was in quarantine in case she did develop the symptom. Camilla is holding Bluebell White. Charles has Beth, and both were rescued by London's Battersea Dogs Home, which is an amazing charity, absolutely amazing, whose royal patron is Camilla. Now, I must say this, okay, Prince Charles's charity, the Prince's Trust, is absolutely amazing. I've raised money for their charity many, many times. It is incredible. Absolutely amazing. The charity, the Prince's Trust, it's called, and it's an amazing charity. So I did a wonderful coffee morning for them, and it was really, really good. They are playing a crucial role in the national fight against coronavirus, though, supporting those who are most in need. It's right to do everything to help the sector in the difficult time, which is why they have announced the £750 million package. They said that this will ensure our key charities can continue to deliver their services that millions of people up and down the country rely on. So the Cultural Secretary, Oliver Dowden, said, "Our charities are already playing a crucial role in our effort to fight coronavirus, backed up by an army of volunteers. Now, cash is expected to start being handed out within weeks, and many charities welcomed the bailout night and had some warned billions more are needed to stop many organisations going bust." Now, Bernardo's, which is another great charity, their chief executive, Javed Khan, said that we welcome the Chancellor's recognition charities and needed now more than ever, but with the sector set to lose $4 billion in 12 weeks, that the $700 million package is little more than a stickling plaster and does not go far enough to ensure Bernardo's and other charities can continue to support vulnerable children. Now, this is the wonderful Sue Farrington. Her name's Sue Farrington. She's made some comments about this, and she said that we welcome the news of the much-needed help for the third sector and understand why the focus is on charities delivering frontline services. But what of those organisations such as Britain Tumour Research, which play a vital role in raising awareness around causes of vulnerable need, delivering and seed funding for research, and importantly, giving hope to the many. And as a relentlessly small charity, Brian Tumour Research is facing a 50% drop in its annual income over the next 3 months, and this equates to $2 million. Now, the threat is to charitable research funding impacts on the government's own cancer strategy and life sciences strategy long-term plan, and the NHS and NICE. It would therefore make sense for the government to make one of these grants to charities such as ours to support these during this period. Now, we continue to work with organisations such as the National Council for Voluntary Organisations and the Association of Medical Research Charities to ensure that the voice of charities such as ours is heard. We have emphasised that it is not only frontline charities that government and society realise on, but that medical research is also hugely relevant on charities. Now, Mary Berry was in the news the other day, and I'm not sure what she was talking about, but she was talking about hot cross buns from one of these supermarkets. I think she said Aldi, that's what she said, Aldi hot cross buns are the best hot cross buns ever. Apparently that's what, what's the name said? What's the name? Where did I get that from? That's what Mary Berry said about them. Okay, so we're talking about another story now. It's quite local, this place. It's about 11 miles up the road from here. It's in Great Amwell, which is just outside of Ware. Now, this is a local story, by the way, because the Hertfordshire constables were shocked to find people out visiting at a nature reserve during lockdown. What? How pathetic. Everyone knows they're on lockdown. They shouldn't be out, should they? They should not be out in this weather. They should not be... Well, we're talking about weather. It's a beautiful day. They should not be out during this period. They shouldn't be out at all at this time, unless they're just going to go for a walk. But the East Herts Police took a drive by the Amwell Nature Reserve near Great Amwell on last Saturday morning, last week. As they drove past one of the entrances, they saw around around 5 cars. They were parked up on the curb, while the drivers were perilously out walking around the reserve. Now, one car could also be seen to the blocking the footpaths. Now, in a tweet, East Herts Police said, "Come on, people! It is essential and necessary to go to the nature reserve and also block the footpath." Fines were issued to the drivers. The government has said that driving to destinations for daily exercises is unnecessary and should not be done. Anyone wanting to go for a walk undertake their daily exercise should do to near their home, otherwise that they're at risk getting a fine from the police. Okay, so let's look at the that's terrible, absolutely terrible. Let's look at the transport ways now. Another way of transport way as well, because that was one of the transport ways, and this is the other one. So they're saying that campaigners are vowing to save a bus service amid a coronavirus crisis that services scheduled in Hertfordshire villages. Now, Gallon Travel, which provides Trusty Bus and Central Connect routes in Harlow, North Weald, and routes in and secured around Hertfordshire villages, should cease to operate on levels into receives funding for Essex County Council and Hertfordshire County Council. Now, the bus company says that the company based in Roydon, which is near Harlow, has been providing local bus and coach services since 2009, including to and from Epping, underground stations, North Weald, Ongar, and supermarkets, and a vital service to far-flung communities. But these turbulent times that is meant that all overseas trips by Galleon Travel coaches have been cancelled, meaning a significant loss of income. Now, I shouldn't say now, I should say and despite serious cutbacks to commercial contracts with a far reduced service, this is to save on-drive wages and fuel consumption. This cannot be done, and the council routes that the company has been fighting to keep its bus services going, particularly council routes that enable Harlow and Hertfordshire's key workers to keep on the move. Now, the company says that it has received complaints from key NHS nurses and cannot get to work, continue to or having on wait for their buses. Now, London cabbies, what they should do is they should go back into London and take all nurses to where they should be, and it should be the same with trains, and it should be the same with buses. The only people they should allow on there are key workers and nobody else. So they're extremely gradually in this 12-hour shift. Now, director Megan Baker said, "We have tried everything to help our service going, but this really is the last straw, and it's a heartbreaking decision, but we will have to, we have no choice. No choice at all, and we are already operating at a loss. And all we are asking is some help from Essex and Hertfordshire County Council so we can keep supporting the local communities." Now, Derek Ashley, the cabinet member and the growth, instructor planning and the economy, said that we are doing all we can to support operators during the difficult period of social distancing, where we demand for buses travel has really dropped significantly, but as much as 95% in some cases. Now, it is very important that throughout this period, which is true, we main train that links for key workers to access and those without intranets to access food stores. Now, HCC has therefore agreed, which is Hertfordshire County Council, has therefore agreed to maintain all payments to bus operators or exercising levels for contract services, which is true, including where we have agreed lower levels of service to meet reduced passenger demand. Now, Gallon Travel's contract services in Hertfordshire's routes, which is the H1, H3, H4, 351, 383, 384, 386, and of course our bus, which is the 331. and the 310 and all of them lot, which is down the other end in Hoddesdon, they will temporarily be operating reduced timetables, which full details are available, which is at this website. Okay, if you want to know what